Got ourselves team one together with Bubby making a return, my man. I feel like we had Bubby join in last week or the week before, but I feel like he barely got to play. Not only he did get to play, but very, very little. We got Leo come back on the Frosted DK on that team. Blush on that sub-rogue this time around. Rick over for the Affy. No, that's more like this time. I like the torch, and I like how you have the torch and you hold it outward for a second, and the parasol. That looks good. And that's Betty. Betty. How do you even pronounce his name? It's B-E-R-E. It's almost like very, but Betty. I guess we call him Barry. Call him Barry here. Gossiger. Gossiger? Yeah, Gossiger. I said his name out loud. I'm like, wait, did I get it wrong? Look at this Culturan Stone Muffin. Look at this guy. Why does that look so fitting? I think it's like the beard just completes the rest of that helm. Is it just me? Oh, that looks so good. We got Cracker on that team with RSK Monk gonna be first up. Got himself a little bit of that a ring of peace. Bobby tried to give a bit of that honor duel. RSK is able to jump in. We got ourselves menu something and Orc. I am gonna have to get that Demon Hunter's name yet again because RSK immediately rushing in. Lexu trinket out for Bobby. Bobby got a bit of damage. RSK still got lots of pressure rolling in. Massive Condi, but that's huge damage out of the Hunter. Having to go for a turtle shell. I guess he still had a lot of damage, but those images, those Stormers and Fires, were still channeling that big Celestial Condi we built, trying to see if we could chase up to that disengage. That knockup gave Bubby some airtime. Now it's going to be down to whoever gets the next stun. Lexi coming out very, very soon for RSK. Karma, this is where Bubby can actually play super defensively. Trick it out for RSK. It's going to be Harpoon just locking for a second flank and strike, but put himself into the Fist of Fury, into a leg sweep, and does already crane kick. And does end up taking himself out with RSK. Looking to catch up as quickly as possible. What is your set? You got yourself a mushroom hat? Big monk fist? I do like the monk fist. And you got yourself the tattooed version too? What is that? Is that part of the same set? Or is that wrists? That might be wrists actually. Wrists and gloves combined together some way, somehow. This guy looked like a goober. Who's up next? Is it Leo? It is going to be Plush rushing out next. Charging in, cheap shot immediately onto RSK. Shadow strike right after. Got himself full blade shrinkage. Got in a really aggressive. Did he DC? I think he DC'd there for a second. Trying to see. Actually, that DC kind of held him back for a moment. Might have been not the worst because RSK ended up porting back and forth, putting himself next to Plush with a leg sweep to follow. No out for this one. Plush not taking that much damage though. Knocked up in the air for a second with an evasion. He should be actually perfectly fine. Though a huge portion of Plush burst though is out of the window with RSK able to lock it out. Still got evasion for a second. Gouge on the Celestial. With a blind, but looks like the images were still channeling that Celestial for a little bit there as Plush was melting down little by little. Got himself Cloak of Shadows in case he needs to. No more vanishes. Catching a resell for a second. Hoping he doesn't crash out right now. As it's going to be RSK leaping in. Kind of sort of sees Plush. There's a win. Does close the gap. Still able to catch him. Quick kidney. I'm trying to see if he can make a play off of it. But I think, yeah, Cloak of Shadows and maybe just bail out, right? Big RSK damage. Oh, no. He went up in the air and just got shellacked there. That is rough. That is so rough, boys. Oh, no. Oh, no. That is not what you want to see, man. Not what you want to see. Leg sweep immediately onto a Rick. So far, RSK has gotten great lockdowns with that leg sweep, man. Big chaos bolt off of that succubus. You see crashing down on the portal. Shadow Fury looking to escape if possible. Can he do it? Got himself the Fort Brew in order to give himself a little bit of survivability. RSK Monk looking to survive this. Rick able to get a lot of demons. Even an Orpheum around the corner with a Chaos Bolt or two is going to be a ring of peace to boop everything out of the way. Rick going in for the Void Elf Racial to close that gap. RSK with a big karma as Rick is just kind of stuck in place. Is going to be able to separate the soul out of RSK. Mortal Cold, but a trick it right after. Got a lot of pressure. Able to go in for a wall here. Trying to land a bolt, but RSK seeing that wall immediately bails. I think he knew exactly what he was trying to do. Trying to see if he got a cooldown out of Rick. And then bail out of there immediately. As soon as he gets a wall, he's outski. You just got to be very, very careful. Try to go for those image or those what is it, ports? Transcendence. I was about to say ascendance, but more transcendence. Try to get maybe a heal or two. Bolt is going to be able to connect, stun, incinerate, freebie damage out for Rick. Might get RSK super low. Does get him some big defensive. Diffuse is huge. Leg sweep. It's going to be a quick kick. Hold on a second. Celestial Conduit doing value. Big board for Rick. Oh, able to reboard out, but a crash in. Oh, the clash. The clash forces him back in there as RSK still had all that damage rolling up. with Barry gonna be up next. Does Barry get to do this? RSK able to catch up a lot of healing. Succubus swinging around the corner. Or rather, Shavara. Same pet, essentially. It's just a different look. Doesn't do anything different. I like the fact that you can customize the pet. I guess it would have been tough to balance them if they were doing something different every single time, right? Shavara does one thing, Succubus does another. Remember when, actually, didn't they have that as a thing before where you could get an upgraded version of the pets and they were stronger? They were a little different than the original? Wasn't that a thing? Or am I misremembering? Wasn't there a talent back in the day where you could get like an upgraded version of like the Imp, the Voidwalker, and the Succubus? It was a Shavara Infernal, I think, passive one, and a Doomlord? Is that what it was? Or I know there was Infernal and a Doomlord. That was like pets you could actually control, not just summons for a good bit. Fear out for Barry. As he's getting Clash down. Somehow able to walk out of that route from Clash. So knocked up in air for a second. All defenses are used up. Ash is dropping an Infernal. RSK able to port out of there. This guy is a monster. Hold on a second. If Barry isn't careful, RSK could go potentially for a fourth kill here. Is going to be able to break out of that Succubus Seduce for a moment. Try to see if he can walk up in the middle of Barry. Is going to go for Big Celestial. Might be enough damage. Barry has nothing for it. And Jonathan, or rather than Leo, Johnny Boy, the only one left and the only one available for this. Holy. Okay, RSK. How do you make it out of here? You do have a Karma. You have Defuse, you have Disarm. Disarm will be huge against the DK. Is going to go for a stun. Disarm right after it. Leo backing up out for a second. Karma is going to hit him. Got himself an AMS to keep himself alive. Knocked up in air for a moment. RSK trying to turn it around. Hold on. Big Defuse. Maybe massive damage. Leo looking for recovery. Does grip him back over there. RSK looks like he's running out of steam. Might end up crashing here with a big Wraith Walk to close that gap into a grip. Yoinking him back over. Does get himself one more Dragon Kick. Death packed out for our Leo, so he's perfectly fine. RSK needs that Leg Sweep and a combo with it. Got him some Remorses. If you can just stay away from Remorses, you'll be fine. You got Images coming up very, very soon, so 1 in 30. I think it just Leg Sweep and Images maybe, right? Thunder Fist, everything. That might be the play. Got it, so Thunder Fist. Leg Sweep is going to be a Human Racial out for Leo. But he is able to slow down RSK, though. He's going to attack the Rider while the Images are attacking Leo. So it's actually damage that ends up getting some value. Hold on a second. I forgot. Yeah, as long as he has a target to hit off of, those Images are going to do quite a bit of decent damage. But RSK is looking for that heal. Leo needs to get himself a proper stun at some point. Try to see if he can slow down RSK. Does not escape that. Oh, he had to roll into a wall, though, which is unfortunate. He was taking ticks of that Remorseless Winter. Just needed a couple more ticks and it would have been okay. Monk is BS broken, you think so? Monk is very good in 1v1, isn't it? This guy tried to see if he closed that gap. Got himself a little bit of that Jade Wind. I think it's Jade Wind, right? I want to say Jade Wind from Zoen. Is that what it is? Blind onto RSK for a second. Does Leo get himself a proper stun? Got himself first stun. Second stun is going to be out. Hold on. Does Leo take it right here? Into a Karma. Leo expected it. Has an AMS for this one. Burns through it very, very quickly. Into, oh, touch of death and a touch of Karma at the same time. This man right here, the Mushroom Man. Holy. One-man army. Is that Duel? Is that Duel, Monk? Is that the man Duel? Monks need a buff real quick. Both Windwalker, Brewmaster. Taco pops in here, watching this man duel and blast it, obliterate everybody. It's like, yeah, they need a buff. Ooh. What do you mean they need a buff? All right, let's get another one going here, boys.